Hello harmonica fans, my name is Sankey, and today I'm just going to run through a simple exercise, an analogy really, to do with bending on the diatonic harmonica. And I'm running a series of videos about tongue blocking, and as part of that I've talked about trying to use your throat to power your bends. The jaw and the lips are still involved, but most people when they bend are using and powering and controlling the bend from their lips. Now when you're tongue blocking, and this also applies if you're lip pursing, it's an excellent idea if you can bend from the throat, or use the throat, or have the throat as the engine, as I call it. So a great way to pick up on this idea and experience a bit of what it's like is to try and bend notes, produce pitch variation when whistling. So when you whistle and you're changing notes and pitch variation, whatever, you're using a lot of your lips. You're thinking about the lips. The jaw moves, your tongue moves, etc. And that's a very good analogy to bending using the lips. So a lot of it is front facing, towards the front of your anatomy, around here, rather than being inside, down here. And this is what we want for a big tone. So a great way to try and pick up on this and to think about the part of your anatomy that's used is to try and bend notes downwards while whistling, but using your throat. So rather than being focused at the front, is to go. Now my lips and my jaw are moving, but I'm really thinking about bending that note using my throat. So that's a good way of picking up on the anatomy, I think. And then of course you just reverse that motion, but obviously you're breathing in to get a note on, say, the draw 4, draw 3, draw 2, draw 1. So get the right way up. I'm really thinking about my throat there based off that whistling exercise. Now of course my tongue is involved, my jaw is involved, and the lips are involved to a certain extent, but the focus really is about bending from the throat, and this is a great way of experiencing it, I think. Now the important thing about learning to do this is a lot of times when people bend, I hear in people's playing, you maybe relate to this in your own playing, is that if you're going for a half step bend in particular, where you've got to be very, very precise, and you can't just crank the reed down to the floor, people's tone thins out on those bends because they're forcing to use their lips. They have to think they have to use their lips to get the pitch accuracy, and when you use too much of the lips to get that control, it forces the sound forward and therefore it thins out the sound. So learning to have your bending engine, as I call it, powered by the throat, and rather than everything shoved forwards, so you're almost swallowing the note, is a great way of maintaining your tone on the bends. And what you'll find is, as you zero in on that anatomy and how your jaw and your tongue and your lips are involved to a certain extent, you will get better at achieving those complex bends on draw 3 and draw 2 with accuracy, but still powered from the throat, and your tone won't thin out. That's the important thing. So once again, whistle and then try and bend down using your throat. You can almost feel yourself swallowing the note, and there's a particular place actually where the vibration is probably an illusion, is at the back of the throat, kind of between the top of the tongue and the roof of your mouth, and that's a kind of sweet spot because you've got the air travelling. So then when you come to the harmonica, you're breathing in, but you're using the same action rather than blowing out. Very, very simple. So I'm not really using, my lips are involved, as I've put in my other video. But I'm really thinking about this area. So give that a go and see if that sort of awakens a kind of insight and an understanding of moving that bending engine, that's what I mean, away from this part and very much more internal, and you'll get a better sound. Hope that's useful, and I'll upload another video about tongue blocking and bending shortly. Thank you.